Okay, this is the police commission meeting for February 15th, 2023. We're starting a couple minutes late because we just had a very nice ceremony for Officer Gannon, who retired after 31 years with the department. Our first order of business tonight is approval of the minutes from the previous meeting held on January 18th, 2023. Does anyone have any changes to the minutes as circulated?
No, I had none.
No.
None.
Okay.
Motion to approve? Oh, no.
Can I get a
I'll
second?
make a motion.
Yeah,
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Then we have minutes from the special meeting, special session that was held on December 6th. Are there any comments or changes to those minutes?
None.
And
Okay, so I need a motion to approve those.
here, motion to approve.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Hey, just as a follow-up for that, did the two candidates go through the medical testing? Or is that, we can do that later? We should do that in executive. We should do that another time, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be later in executive.
Yeah.
okay, chief,
No, I asked if you wanted me to. leave
No.
or any- No.
Monthly reports, year-to-date budget, we're in good shape. We're operating budget 51.70. We're right on track. Nothing out of the ordinary. Animal control is 46.40, also right on track. So it's looking good as far as our big budget. We have budget with Board of Finance tomorrow night, budget presentation, so that should go well, hopefully. Extra duty aging report. There's a few outstanding, but most of those are current or within 60 days. But we'll continue to work with finance and getting those cleaned up. But the big ones are the companies that are actively working, AJ Penna, Burns, and Eversource. They're actively working. Leaders Tree. So those are just probably just caught in the cycle of payment, but they're pretty consistent contractors that are pretty good about paying. So I'm not really concerned about those. Monthly statistic. Again, we're tracking pretty well. Motor vehicle accidents are down a little bit, which is good to see. 19 compared to 43 last year for motor vehicle accident.
Hey, Chief, I had a question on the burglaries all. There were 5 in January versus none in December. And
Yeah, we had a slight uptick in the burglary trend. There's kind of one of those things that seems to be cyclical, and when a crew gets going, they kind of hit hard and fast. And we've had some go through town, put out some social media tips to keep lights on, keep doors locked. Obviously, they seem to be going after dimly lit houses that appear to be no one's home, even for short periods of time. I think people went down to Darien for a couple hours and came back and their house was burglarized. So the more like your house is occupied with lights, lights on timers, obviously set your alarm, lock your doors, and do the best you can to prevent those. But we did have a slight uptick in January.
okay.
is there any, is it happening in neighboring towns as well? Do we
Yeah,
know?
it's happening all over. Yeah.
It is. They're always worrisome because you get a burglary and maybe the person is home.
Right. And like I said, the one where the people were away for a short period of time, it was not in the late hour. It was, around dinner time or early evening. So
Wow.
it is concerning. So fortunately, we haven't had that yet, but but it is concerning.
Okay,
Staffing reports. Again, seems to be pretty consistent. We're at full complement, but we have one in the academy, 3 on field training, Andrew?
Yes.
3 on field training. So staffing wise, we're in good shape. We just need to get these people that are on field training out on the road on their own. That'll take a couple weeks, or a couple months, but we're doing well in that regard. That's it for reports.
Okay, thank you, chief. I'd like to just change the order of the topics for discussion since Stacy Miltenberg is here. Maybe we could take her first so that she can go home sooner.
Great.
So this is item C, the loading zone, South Avenue, Elm Street.
That is correct. So there's been a loading zone on the corner of South Avenue. It's on South Avenue and Elm Street where the antique store, gallery store was. It's been a loading zone for as long as I can remember, and it's a 9 to 3 loading zone. There's 2 signs indicating the loading zone, one at the beginning, one at the end. However, we consistently have people parking there, thinking that it's a regular parking spot. Fortunately, people are getting ticketed all the time in that area. So it was a recommendation from the parking commission that, and what is happening because it's being taken up by people parking, the trucks now have to stop on Elm Street, double park where the bump outs are to unload because there's no room for them to pull into that loading zone area. It's not a big area, but any trucks that we can keep off of Elm Street is helpful. So it was a recommendation by the parking commission that we take that area and mark it as a loading zone, stripe it out, mark it loading zone. That will make that loading zone all the time. Okay, the reason it's not marked now and only signed is because it does become a parking spot after 3 o'clock. So you don't want to start marking it as a loading zone because people would treat it like that. But I think, and I think the parking commission is on board that because we're not losing any parking spaces during the day, because it's not supposed to be a parking space area, that marking it, making it clear to people will stop having people park there as a regular parking spot, have them not get ticketed, and have the trucks be able to utilize that. So that's why we're recommending it to go to a loading zone, basically 24/7.
It's currently 9 until
Right now,
3.
it's 9 to 3, correct.
And where exactly is that spot? Is it on South?
It's on South, right on the corner. So if you're coming down Elm Street, down the one way, and you make the left onto South, it's going to be right on the corner on your right hand side.
Okay.
It starts at the end by South, and it the other end.
Yeah,
is right
yeah,
before
yeah,
the driveway.
It's heavily utilized by the
Heavily.
trucks, especially there's always a UPS truck there or trying to get there.
Yeah.
So
Right, or trying
it's
to.
vital for their
Okay.
function, FedEx and UPS.
So
How many signs are there currently that say that it's a loading zone?
2.
But
One
mixed with
beginning.
other signs that,
No, actually,
it
no,
just says
it
loading.
just says no parking loading. Right. But people miss it. They see a start white line at the beginning area. They see an end of white line at the other end of it. Oh, parking spot, and they pop into it. They don't see the sign. And they could be parked right next to it.
so how will it be painted, like a no parking area?
It from,
Horizontal
well, that
yellow?
would be something that we talked to Tiger about, but just like lines, I think it could be stenciled loading zone yellow, so it's a color that will stand out, not just blend in with the white lines that are on the street.
Okay, and then when is it not a loading zone any longer at night? Is it after 5 or 6? So if
Right.
you're going to a restaurant, right?
After 3.
3
Yeah,
o'clock.
but no, but say we make it a loading zone full-time, whatever, what's the real definition of full-time?
Well, if it's marked, I guess the real definition of full-time would be 24/7. But
But that's not practical for 8 o'clock at night, right? If you're going to a restaurant, no
Correct.
trucks aren't delivering, right?
no, if we,
So
We-
can't we make it a loading zone from 9 to 6 or 9 to 7 or something like that? Or what do we do in the other loading zones? I I just don't recall.
This one is heavily used, Paul, and.
Yeah.
Stacy's saying is that trying to do it mixed use, people get confused and oftentimes get more tickets there. And, being that there's ample parking at night for restaurants and whatnot, you know, that this area is not heavily used for nighttime parking anyway. So the restaurants wouldn't suffer from making it 24/7 loading zone and exclusively for loading zone purposes.
I wonder if it were marked clearly with yellow stripes and maybe a bigger sign, but the sign said loading zone Monday to Friday, 9 to whatever, if that might not solve the problem. Because currently it looks like a parking space, and so they're pulling in, there's a sign, but maybe they don't see it, or whereas if it's marked, as you're suggesting, that might solve the problem, but not require that it be blocked off for
So you can walk the
parkers.
Street as a loading zone. With the yellow hashed off market loading zone, but the signs say loading zone Monday through I would say at least Saturday.
Whatever it says, leave the signs exactly as they are,
Oh, yeah, we can do that, or maybe extend the hour a little bit past
9 to 5.
grade 9 to 5, 9 to 6.
Yeah.
And then just specifically, so
That might do it.
that would be,
So I think you're right. It's painted like a regular parking spot, so people.
right now, it
Don't
is,
pay
yeah,
attention,
yeah,
so.
but if they see it as a loading zone, maybe that would bring them to the sign and say, oh, it's a loading zone now, but it's not a loading zone.
What time would you like it to?
I would say at least till 5, and then after that.
9 AM to 5 PM loading zone.
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through
Monday
Saturday.
through Saturday.
Do they deliver on Saturdays? I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturdays there, Sundays is usually any place. Unless you think different with the times, but.
No, I think the
think
time,
that-
you tell me the time, but.
Yeah, I think they could still be delivering at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Try to,
Laura Bud from the Chamber's on. I don't know if you want to get her insight.
yeah, oh, she is. That
Yeah.
would be-
Yeah, no, I totally agree with this. I think, we went through this where we swapped out some of the other loading zones and kind of broadened the definition and made them 15-minute. So my only thought is because this, we really want the trucks. Is there any way, and I guess we could work this through with Tiger, that it's loading zone, commercial vehicles only? Because we've, with the other zones, we're allowing Uber Eats and, DoorDash and people to run in and out for quick pickups. So I don't know, just from a semantic point of view, I think it'll be important. And I would say all the way through till 6 and definitely through Saturday. Anything we can do to get those trucks, because John, what do you think? Could you fit 2 UPS trucks there, or is it just space for 1? I mean, anything we can do to get them off there is going to be
Yeah.
a huge help.
Fit too. I
I
definitely
think you
think you
could
can
fit
fit to UPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it'll be important to distinguish, commercial vehicles only. So people don't say, oh, well, I'm loading, I'm just running in to pick something up.
Right, okay. Does it make sense to make it at 8 in the morning versus 9? Just asking.
8 AM versus 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll be like 8 to 5,
Six.
8 to 6.
6.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to look at it, the old zones used to start at 7 o'clock. I mean, I know we're expanding the hours, but the old loading zones used to start between 7 and 11 or 7 and 10. So we can start it at 7, do the 7 to 6. Might as well.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that prevents it from even sneaking in
Even,
there.
yeah, even being there prior to,
Okay, I'm okay with 7 to 6,
Mhm.
Monday through Saturday.
So what we would vote on doing is striping the loading zone to make it clear that it's a loading zone. And I guess Tiger can determine whether it's gonna be yellow paint and diagonal lines or whatever's appropriate for that. And then changing the sign so that it reads loading zone, commercial vehicles only, Monday through Saturday, 7 AM to 6 PM.
I'm good.
And somebody make a motion to approve that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I move that we approve.
Yeah, I
loading-
think
Oh,
I
you did
spelled it
that.
out
Okay,
sufficiently.
perfect. I'll
Yeah,
make a motion.
Right. The four pieces are, the stripe,
Yeah.
the
The
commercial,
stripe,
the hours
Oh.
and the days. Yeah,
Right,
fantastic.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, all in favor?
I,
I,
Thank you, Stacy. Thanks for coming to see us.
Thank you. Thank you for having.
so are people getting ticketed right now?
I guess so.
Very much.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
I believe that Stacy was at one time a New York City police officer.
That's correct.
Oh,
and New Canaan. I've ridden with her years ago.
ah.
Ride along. Yeah.
Okay, next order of business, the Chamber of Commerce road closure requests.
Hi, thanks for having me, and I thought I would come and do it all at once, so you don't have to keep on seeing me throughout the year. But as you know, these are our traditional events, nothing new here. There are 3 events that we request to close Elm Street, and they are Saturday, July 22nd, 8 AM to 5 PM, which is sidewalk sale. The Halloween block party, which will be Sunday, October 29th, 10:30 AM to 2:30 PM. And then holiday stroll will be this year in 2023, Friday, December 1st. We start closing down at 3 and go to about 9 PM. The police open the road back up again. And so this is Elm Street and the little pop-up park area, the square from Morse Court to Elm Street. So I'm requesting all 3 of those. And as a side note, based on your approval, I'm going to reach out to the state to see if I can close part of Main Street for sidewalk sale. We're hoping to get a full boat again this year. But so those are my requests for 2023.
Okay.
Okay.
Any discussion?
No. Sounds
I'm in
good to
favor.
me.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
right,
the
all right.
request?
Go ahead, Shakira.
Motion that we approve. The,
Right, you're right. The July 22nd, the October 31 and December 1.
Yeah.
As
October-
discussed.
October
October
29th.
29th, October
Yeah,
29th, yes.
it's always the Sunday before Halloween.
got-
Okay.
I'll second
uh,
that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. And next item of business is the carriage barn requests.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes, I'm here from the Carriage Barn, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Hi. So we are also looking to do, again, our annual event for Art in the Windows. Actually 2 events this year that we're working together with the Chamber of Commerce on. So one is, and we're looking to close just the little section of South Avenue between Morse Court and Elm Street. For 2 things. One would be our kickoff event for Art in the Windows, which would be Friday, June 2nd, between 5 and 7 PM. And that would sort of serve as our headquarters for an art stroll that we do that evening, the first evening of Art in the Windows. So people will be able to come there. We'll have some live music, activities, information about the exhibit throughout town. And from there, people will sort of, go on throughout town to see the art in the windows of all the stores and, go to the restaurants and stuff. So it's a 2-hour reception to meet the artists and kind of just promote what we're doing in June for Art in the Windows. And then on Wednesday, June 21st, which is still during our Art in the Windows exhibit, we're actually bringing to New Canaan Make Music Day, which is a nationwide event that happens around the country and in like over 400 cities and towns on the 21st of June. And it's a day of, free outdoor music performances of all different genres. And we're bringing it to New Canaan this year and are going to be kind of orchestrating this for the town, but and coordinating it together with the chamber's support. But so our headquarters, what we would like to do is during the day, have that all kind of kick off in that area on South Avenue from noon to 4. And then Make Music Day will continue into the evening, but later in the day, it will transition into being in some of New Canaan's, restaurants and bars and porches and parks and other venues. But during the day, we would like that to be sort of the headquarters for all the activities that are going to go on as part of this day of music celebration.
Sounds great to me. That's a wonderful program, both of them. So the only thing you have to do, is I'm sure is you got to get the usual town approvals and insurances and things. So, just run that through Tucker.
Right.
Murphy. Yeah.
Make sure that they get on the special events calendar with Tucker.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
any further
I'll make-
discussion?
None here.
No.
Okay, motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the art kickoff on the area in between Morse Court and Elm Street on South Avenue on June 2nd, and for Music Day, June 21st, during those hours. Sorry, the hours are from 5 to 7. Is that correct on the art kickoff?
On June 2nd.
On June 2nd, and then on the 21st, 12 to 4. Is that right?
Right.
That's the motion.
All right. I
Second.
second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hillary.
Thank you.
Just send a Tucker.
Yeah.
Let her
Yeah.
know. Look out for these.
Our next order of business is the update on the building renovation and training facility.
John, you want to start off on that, Chief?
Yeah, we're continuing to meet with the architects. We met today and we started the process of fit and finish, kind of where we wanted carpeting, where we wanted tile, what sort of surfaces, what's type of material they would use. We kind of put out a rough idea and gave the architect and the design team an idea of where we wanted what surfaces. Obviously the idea of getting rid of carpeting in the hallways, so it doesn't see the coffee spills, things easy to clean up, durable, that sort of an idea. Meeting was pretty well. I think we got a pretty good handle and a good start. We didn't pick colors or anything like that, but yeah, they have a good concept of design. Something like the front lobby is going to be a hard surface, but the flooring is going to have inlays to direct people to walk right to the window of where the dispatcher is. Whereas, sometimes people walk in and they don't
Right,
really see the dispatcher. It's going to kind of give a visual effect and
right.
things like that. So that was useful.
And will the dispatcher be a little more visible? Right now, there's a high,
It's going to be very similar to what it is now. It's going to look much better. It's going to look much more updated. The lobby is.
because to your point, as you come in, you really don't see the dispatcher. And so you walk in and I think people look, well, where do I go? And where is somebody,
Right.
in the movies, there's a big desk and the
Well,
Spencer Tracy sitting behind it,
unfortunately, Tracy didn't get shot at.
No, I mean, you'd have glass, but is there a way to just make it more visible?
We'll try to, like I said, we're gonna design it and brighten things up, and it's gonna look much more inviting, and
Yeah,
I think we're gonna direct, with proper design, we'll be able to direct people right to that window.
yeah,
And the good thing is our dispatchers are professional, and once they see someone come in, an alarm, they get alerted, and if they're not dispatching or on the phone, they'll direct their attention to the person in the lobby, so. And hopefully we're gonna have a little bit better system than requiring people to pick up the phone. It's gonna
Right.
be more, you just can talk through.
Right.
Okay.
Through the window, so we're
Good.
gonna get rid of that phone,
good,
that's kind of impersonal.
Right.
Some of the visibility is constrained by the monitors. You have seen the monitors in there. There's just.
Yeah.
some Computer monitors.
yeah, I would just try to make it more visible, because I think when a person comes in, it looks like no one's home.
Sometimes it can, but yeah, we're gonna.
I'm sure there's always someone home.
I know there is, it doesn't look that way. Okay,
So, we'll continue meeting, and I believe. Another group met with the construction managers today the construction manager, those interviews took place with the building committee, so we were here with the architect, so. We didn't participate in that, but that happened today as well, so. Moving forward,
great,
Yeah, the building committee is meeting twice a month now. And working with the selectman's office on nailing down the location for the training facility. Has been going through a few different looks around town, so we're trying to nail that down as well,
are
where they
there,
are.
how many possibilities are there now that are being looked at?
It's kind of two. It's down to two, and really one, but it's just a couple of little hurdles that still have to be crossed before that's totally in place.
Yeah.
But it's not dropping off my radar at all, or our radar.
Good. Okay. All right. Our next order of business is the course approval for Sergeant Sprasta. He's studying cybersecurity at Sacred Heart. Can I get a motion to approve his course reimbursement?
Yes, she gave, I'll second it.
All right. that motion
Okay.
to-
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
I was looking at you, Paul, like I'm like,
No, I gotta share the motions here.
okay.
okay. Okay, letters of appreciation.
we received a nice note, I received a nice note, regarding Officer Oaks and his. Thorough investigation of the check fraud and a fraud group, this person was a retired deputy chief from Danbury, that is now a security officer for Union Savings Bank. And Officer Oaks, yet again, went above and beyond, as he does continually. He's just a phenomenal investigator. He just does a fantastic job. And he's really hits it out of the park all the time, and just loves doing these types of investigations, does a great job for us. So it's a nice note to hear.
I just note my 97-year-old mother had her check stolen from a mailbox
Yeah,
in Long Island.
yeah,
And it was, a nightmare to get that all straightened out. So
yeah.
it's great that,
It's very challenging to get any kind of arrest or prosecution on these people. And it's
right,
quite a time commitment, and it's a really deep investigation. And Owen does a fantastic job. He's a leader of the department in that area. Really is.
Great.
Consistent.
Okay.
And then another nice note from Kathy Collins from Lapham Center. Lieutenant Mark E. Felice and Officer Tom Patton gave a fraud prevention talk to the seniors down there a few weeks ago. It was very well received. They did a great job. I was in attendance to that, and very well received, and we'll continue to do that. Obviously, fraud prevention among our seniors is a high priority for us, and we're getting lots of fraud cases now, lots of these check washing cases. So the more we can do to get the word out and how to prevent them, the better. So we're going to keep doing that.
great.
And again, another one, Lisa Rivera's had helped out with another mailbox theft. Did another fantastic job. Person had a check, $75 check washed out and rewritten for $11,000, over 11,000. So, you know, she did a good investigation and that person was very appreciative of helping them out. So she did a great job with that.
Great.
That's it for letters.
Okay. Any other business? Then why don't we go to executive session? It is 6:33.
Okay, I agree.
Is 6:45.
Go ahead.
All set? Okay,
Yep.
we've come out of executive session. There being no further business, I move that we adjourn.
And I second.
All in favor?
Aye,
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank
Good night, Paul.
Good night.
Night, Paul.
Good night, guys.
Good night.